Imagine a training program which creates dance artists who can devise or create evening length or mini performance works anywhere, for anyone, and about anything. We're attracting a student who still, I think, has that idea of being really good dancer, but they're willing to take a risk. And so that's why I'm playing with this dance artist word a lot. Movement fundamentals, liberating technique for the dance artist. Or is it movement fundamentals, liberating movement for life and art, or liberating dance for life and art? It's been in many different publications, many different ways from the stuff I've done. Practitioners, i.e. students, learn how to create a body of material, a body of work about an idea, similarly to how artists make a gallery exhibit happen, or theater people make a play. And so the dancer, the practitioner, becomes an artist. They become able to craft an evening of work that is about an idea. And so then they invite people, say, into the theater, or maybe they do it in a site-specific place, like on the street, or they re-enliven an area in the wildlife. And however they're thinking of themselves, of portraying an idea, that they are able to craft an evening or a full body of work, rather than just small dances that maybe drift through for about 2 or 3 or 5 minutes. That's fine too, but we're starting to develop this way of the dancer being an artist. A dance artist is able to craft an evening that we attend, and it changes the way we might think in the world, how we might act after we're done with it. So it's not just entertaining. Yeah, it's thought-provoking.
I want my students to come from a place of, I'm personally investigating these ideas on my body, and I'm going here with my art, and I know what that might be. I don't know exactly what that might be, but I know some tools to get there, and I know I've seen some work, and I know what I'm starting to like, and I know what I'm going for as an artist. I'm not saying I'm training and I'm a virtuosic performer and I can get my leg up here and I want to go dance with this company and do what he wants or she wants me to do.
Being here is helping me understand, re-understand, and re-understand, and re-understand how social, how human the practice of dance is. That's what it's about. You know, this has social meaning. And so if I am being trained in this, what am I being trained in? I don't think it's bad to be trained in that. I don't think that's useless or wrong. But to do it without understanding why from the inside, without coming to grips with that, without being asked to go there.
Why can't we start from who we are and what we have, and then add in all these techniques of, oh, I love having a turned out leg and having my femur rotated outward. Great, do it. As opposed to, I'm trying to turn it out, it doesn't turn out as far as that other person over there, so I'm bad.
Imagine a training program which emboldens the practitioner to become self-reliant and gain economic access to dance and performance.
Another important thing I think about movement fundamentals is that it creates economic access to dance, or advocates for economic access to dance. You can practice anywhere. The center where I worked, we were in a small space about the size of this room, or about the size of this room. And there was carpeting and no mirrors or bars. And
now, after 11 years, this radical way of shifting the connotation of dance and dancer and the way we train without mirrors, without bars, without somebody in the front of the room. This radical shift is starting to attract attention from universities and major dance programs.
I will definitely recommend people, not just from the dance field, but other art professors, undergrad, grad students to come and share and be part of this dialogue.
So in looking at this question of where is this going, who are we who are getting involved in this movement fundamentals work? One of the things I really respect about how Jane is handling that and creating space is that it is a collaborative and open-ended question, that it's always in question. And there are disadvantages of that. We're not going to walk out and know exactly what to do. That's just not what's going to happen. I'm not going to walk out of here with answers as much as questions. But I know I'm now a community of people asking these very similar questions.
It's living and evolving. It's not like this is movement fundamentals, we must do X, Y, Z down the road. We can bring in new ideas.
It's conceptual, it's collaborative, and integrates a whole person.
And it's nice to see how this has developed over time.
Yeah.
So she's been doing this for 11 years, and she calls it the 11-year experiment still at this point. I've heard her say that once. So it's nice to know that since we're just beginning, that it's okay, that we'll still be experimenting and playing with it, and to consider ourselves these sort of working, researching artists that are continually evolving.
I am so enriched by the practice of sharing teaching with other people who are at the same work. I'm feeling inspired and challenged and renewed, humble in the best way, because I see in practice how much else is possible beyond what I do. So I feel less responsible for holding it all up and more like being a part of something that's already very much in motion, that has a life that we can contribute to, that we can receive from. But I think the teaching practice can be isolating. A lot of what you do with your students in your space, and to open the doors and the windows of practice feels like catching wind under your wings.
I have found in being completely immersed in this curriculum, moving away, studying at a larger university with a more traditional dance program, and also studying other places, taking classes different places in the country, that this work is truly radical and new.
I think it's revolutionary. I just think it's going to change how dance artists are becoming and who they are becoming and how they're going out into the world.
This is something that I've never experienced. I've gone to a lot of dance workshops in my 50-plus year dance career, and it's always about people learning what I do. And this is so much about, this is a foundation. How are you a part in this?
This program is life-changing, and I think that not only does it create really amazing dance artists and well-informed and educated dance artists, but I also believe that it can go beyond that, and it can inform a daily healthy lifestyle.
I think it definitely pours out into your whole life, in all the aspects of your life.
The way the training works doesn't create an elite dance artist or a specific, you can't just go into one thing. It opens possibilities. You have training in how to move and how to live. So you're not only able to maybe go and be a professional dancer, but you could be a movement therapist, you could be a teacher, you could go into some other practice, or even just in your daily life, being efficient and integrated in your movement.
You learn things that can help you from many different areas of life, from creating an evening dance piece to getting out of bed in the morning.
You can use it in any way that you want to. It's been really, it's just been exciting to come here and see, former students or current students who are, deeply engaged in movement fundamentals, but they're using it in, working with children or psychology or hip hop or not even dance or something. Just it's really, I think that's
take it in so many
it's a
directions.
lifestyle
Yeah.
shift. Yeah.
This is fundamental. This is fundamental to the way that people can then move into anything, and it is, and it's more than that. It's some of the elements that Jane brings into this that are part of the contact improv and part of the improvisational base are human dimensions. They're human dimensions that have been, it's just like pushed out of the technical classroom, and so and perhaps then pushed out of the stage and pushed out of what art can become, because the dancers don't have any of those human dimensions like caring and sensitivity and collaboration and the parallel, the mirror of art and life. And she so clearly embodies all those things. I'm so impressed with how all those things integrate. And I think that's what we need to be building our artists, because that's a holistic approach, and that's what we've lost.
This idea that I think is creeping up and being talked about, how it's also relating to creating humans, or to unleashing humans, or to find our humanness, or whatever, is a way that I just wanted, like a philosophy of life, or a philosophy of how I want to continue making art, but also parenting my children and having a relationship with my husband and being in the world. So it's somehow, maybe that sounds too flowery and too, but it's true.